How was the Piltdown man deception actually faked? Imagine finding a fossil that seems to fill a huge gap in human evolution, only to discover it was a clever fake. That's exactly what happened with the Piltdown man. Back in 1912, Charles Dawson, an amateur fossil collector, announced he had found strange bones at a gravel pit in Piltdown, England. He claimed these bones were part of a large-brain human ancestor. The find included a skull fragment, a jawbone, and two teeth. It seemed perfect because it matched what many scientists wanted to see, a missing link with a big brain from England. But how did the hoax actually work? Well, the fake bones were carefully prepared to look ancient. The skull pieces came from at least 2 different people and were stained with potassium bichromate, a chemical that made them look weathered and old. The staining was clever because it matched the color of the local gravel, making the bones seem even more authentic. The lower jaw was from an orangutan, not a human ancestor. To make it look more human, the forger filed down the teeth to resemble human teeth. They used a dentist's putty to fix the teeth into the jaw, showing some real technical skill. The forger also planted animal bones and stone tools nearby, all stained and packed with gravel to look like they had been buried for thousands of years. The deception lasted 4 decades because it fit what scientists believed about human evolution. They thought a large brain was the first feature to develop, and the find seemed to support that. It wasn't until the 1950s that scientists used new scientific tests to finally expose the hoax. Fluorine testing showed the bones came from different ages, and carbon dating revealed the skull was only about 600 years old. Further tests showed the bones had been artificially stained, and the teeth had been filed down. The forger demonstrated a surprising knowledge of bones, dental work, and geology. By 2016, more detailed analysis confirmed that the bones came from a single orangutan and that Charles Dawson was most likely responsible for the entire trick. Dawson died in 1916, before anyone knew he was behind the fake. The Piltdown man hoax fooled the scientific community for decades because it confirmed what many wanted to believe. It was a masterful deception that combined technical skill with a good understanding of what scientists expected to find. Today, with modern science, such a hoax would be almost impossible to pull off. The case of Piltdown man reminds us how important skepticism and rigorous testing are in science.